believe
my activist comrade, and of course, you know, my relationship with Halifa Sallah. But first, coming to the absence of Barrow, there was something I wrote on Facebook, and it was not after to go after Barrow or anything. It was just to serve as a reminder to the people. Why are you surprised? This is a guy who never met the victims. The only time that he met them was when the German president was coming to the Gambia, and part of his itinerary was to meet the victim. And then his handlers were, you know what, this will not make us look good. You know, we have to arrange something. And at that meeting, Barrow said something to the victims when they were complaining that I am a victim too. My friend Solo Sandeng was killed. So his claim to victimhood was Solo Sandeng. But again, when Femi Peters died in January of, what was it, about 3 years ago, a man who was serving in office died as ambassador to the Gambia in Sierra Leone. Did Barrow go to that funeral? He did not. This is the same guy who, on the 8th anniversary of Single Nyasi's death, Single Nyasi, who traveled with him to the United States, died here. He was the one who escorted the body back home. On the 8th anniversary of his death, a death that he can be attributed to Jammeh, the many tortures that the guy went through. On that anniversary was when Barrow found it convenient to go and visit Jammeh's family to reconcile with them. But like you and Sariang all said, it was not only disrespectful to Solo and his family, but to the whole nation. And I, in fact, had an interview that Halifa had with his camera official. He's a UDP supporter. And Halifa was saying, yes, saying that he asked the Attorney General, why is Barrow not here? Because to Halifa, it was strange that you will organize a funeral like that and the head of state is conspicuously absent.
Doesn't even,
but it was a missed opportunity, but I think it was absolutely disrespectful to the legacy of Solo Sandeng. And like Musa, you said, in spite of whatever you might think about Solo Sandeng, he was murdered by the state. And not because he was engaged in something idle, but he was engaged in something that is guaranteed by our constitution, guaranteed by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, guaranteed by the African Charter on Human Rights, guaranteed by all international human rights instruments. Okay? So the decent thing would have been to go and attend that. But before I come to the debate, I wanted to address something, Musa. I've heard people talking about, oh, you never happening, nyana konti protest, nyana ko support on Solo Sandeng this. What the hell did Solo do wrong? Solo did not commit any crime by protesting, because that is a constitutionally guaranteed right in the Gambia and any other country in this world. To sit here and try to accuse people of, oh, you know, your Solo bullhorn, oh, you're Solo Gera. Solo Sandeng has been arrested so many times. Solo Sandeng is not a yambar who sits and wait for other people to remote control him into going and protesting. Solo saw something that was wrong in the country and said, I'm going to do something about it. He was murdered. His killing was unjustifiable. He did not have to die just because he stood. Solo did not try to overthrow a government. Solo did not hold a weapon. Solo did not insult a person. All Solo had, the only weapon that Solo had was where his tongue. Was his tongue and the words that came out of it. And what was he talking about? We want a system, electoral reform.
Electoral reform.
So the only thing that he had, a bullhorn and a placard that said we want electoral reform. And to have these myopic people, and mostly now they are aligned with the NPP telling you, said program in nonsense. To come around and say that they are trying to act like what Solo did was wrong. Solo did not do anything wrong. And in fact, if you want to accuse anybody of supporting Solo, what they were doing was enhancing democracy. Solo was killed brutally by a wicked regime. But now, since you have an alliance with the APRC, you would want to forget everything and try to excuse anything by blaming